friends, do you want to learn about some snakes today? Awesome, great. So, before I even start, how do we feel about snakes? Yeah? Not so good? Okay, that is okay. Do me a favor and take a token and put it into one of these 3 Tupperware. This one is, yes, I love snakes. I would love to take the snake that you're holding right now. This one is, I'm going to stay across the room while you have that snake out. And this one is indifferent. I don't really care. Perfect. So, my name is Sarah Graham. I am a Joseph Moore Museum worker. I'm also an Earlham student, and I am a part of animal care to help take care of these guys. So, what will you be learning today? Today you will be learning some of the defense mechanisms that snakes do to let you know that they are scared. You will also be learning about some adaptations that they have that help them survive when they are out in the wild. Sound cool? Yeah. So, how did I get into snakes? Seems kind of weird, yeah? Yeah. So, last semester, my advisor and at the time teacher recruited me to work in the museum. Now I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? It'll give me something to do. So I went through training and I did our live animal training, and I got more and more comfortable with it. I wasn't scared of snakes, but I definitely just didn't know any better. So as I handled them more and I figured out that they are really nice creatures, they are just super duper small. Yeah? Yeah. So I'd like to thank you first off for stopping by my station and coming to this wonderful open house that we've got going on for homecoming. My station will be about 10 minutes long, so if you need to duck out for any reason, that would be a great time to do so. Before I get into this any further, I'm going to go ahead and put my friend away so that I'm able to pay a lot of attention on you guys. Perfect. So, first things first, I mentioned something about adaptations, yeah? Yeah. So, does anyone know what an adaptation is? Go ahead. Good. So, it's anything that will help an animal survive in the wild. So, one of the things that snakes have is coloring. You noticed my friend Rothko's coloring, right? It was kind of an orangey red color. Why do you think that might be beneficial for him? Yeah. Good. So, Rothko is a corn snake, which means that he is often found in the cornfields of Indiana. By having the coloring, the red and orange color, what does he look like again? He looks like an ear of corn. Good. So by looking like an ear of corn, he is able to blend in with his environment and prevent any predators from possibly finding him and making him a meal. Okay, so how might this be relevant? Yeah. One example I can think of is, let's say that I'm from Maine. I am all decked out in my clothes for winter, and if I move to, say, Florida, I'm going to have to outfit myself in a better way to be able to best survive in that environment. That's kind of the same idea. Now, do all snakes have fangs? Okay. Some snakes have fangs. Fangs are often found in venomous snakes. And venomous snakes, I've got a picture right here. Their fangs come out when they need to find a meal, and the venom glands are actually right behind their eyes. Constrictors, like Rothko and all of our snakes here, actually do not have fangs. They have small teeth that look like this. Venomous snakes bite their prey, and then they excrete the venom into their prey's bloodstream, and then that's how they eat it. Constrictors constrict their prey, which means that they squeeze their prey, and then eventually swallow it. To help snakes eat, they, as I said, they don't really have a lot of options to chew, so they are actually able to unhinge their jaw and then swallow their prey whole. Yeah. So that is actually not entirely true, but thank you. Snakes are really, really small compared to us, yeah? Rothko, you saw his body, was probably like that big around. Believe it or not, he can only eat mice about that big. So, therefore, snakes are more scared of us than we are of them. Yeah? Awesome. So, shedding. Did you know that snakes shed? Yeah? What is most similar in humans to snake shedding? Outgrowing our clothes. Good. So, as you guys grow up, you will go through tons and tons of clothes. That's just natural. Clothes get smaller as you get bigger. This is the same idea with snakes. As snakes grow, they need to shed their skin because their current skin is getting too small. Yeah? Good. Okay. Now, remember when I said that snakes use defense mechanisms to protect themselves? Yeah? Okay, so we are big, scary animals compared to them, or humans compared to them. We, in their eyes, think that we could hurt them. So they need a way to protect themselves just like we would protect ourselves. So one of the ways that they do this is by hissing. Hissing kind of like a cat, saying, hey, I'm scared, get away from me. That is one warning sign that they are not feeling great about the environment around them and that they want you to get away. Another way is that they actually flick their tongue. This is not necessarily a defense mechanism, but they are trying to get a feel for their environment around them. And so they're trying to figure out where they are, what's going on, is something food, is something going to eat them? So they're trying to get a feel for that, and if they feel threatened, they can then take further action like hissing, or even the next thing, striking. So striking is almost like a bite in a way. It's like going at their thing that's scaring them, or even their prey in some instances, and then releasing. Prior to striking, they get their body into an S shape, and that can also be a warning sign that, hey, I'm scared. If you don't back off, I'm going to take action. Yeah? Okay. So, I have a little game for you guys. I've got this die right here, and I have some snake reactions. So, what we're going to do is we're going to roll the die, and then I'm going to read to you what happens, yeah? Okay. So, you rolled a 2. There's a little story. You are out walking on a trail with your family, and you see a snake. With the 2, you are feeling brave enough that, and even though it has already hissed, you decide to proceed past the snake. The snake continues to hiss and prepares to strike. So within that, the snake has already given you warning signs that it is scared. Because you decided to not see those warning signs, it got scared and it escalated the situation. Yeah? Alright. So, one more thing. Snakes eat rodents, yeah? I think I mentioned that. You remember that? Good. So, with that, rodents actually are not great for humans. Rodents get into stuff and cause damage, and the more snakes that we have in our environment, the more that they are able to help us with our pests, such as mice, rats, all the things we don't want. Yeah? Yeah. Fun. Okay, so this is also a predator-prey relationship. I have a little predator-prey map right here that we can look at. So snakes aren't actually on the very top of the food chain. Snakes are actually eaten by animals like birds, bigger birds, such as owls. Owls will have snakes eaten by them. Yeah, what's up? Yeah, so we're going to play a little game. You're going to be a snake, and you three are going to be the mice. Snake, pick one mouse to eat. Okay, so now that snake doesn't eat for at least another week. That mouse is having fun, and reproducing, making a family, and all that. The snake is hungry again. It's going to go and eat another mouse, but there's only one snake. So with only having that one snake, you're now going to have a mouse problem. But let's say you had multiple snakes. Multiple snakes are able to eat multiple mice, which then in turn, you're able to have a happy environment and happy little ecosystem there. Yeah? Fun. Okay, so I would like to thank you for coming to my station and coming to the museum. Remember that snakes are an important part of the environment. Can you remind me one more thing about what I said about snakes? Good. Yeah. Good. Okay, so all of that is important. They've got defense mechanisms such as hissing. Let's see, can you help me remember one more? Good. Hissing. They also have adaptations such as their color, which will help them blend in with their environment, shedding their skin, and all stuff like that. What else? What else is there? Good. Thank you for remembering. Okay, so that is the end of my program. Once again, I would like to thank you for stopping in at the Joseph Moore Museum and the open house. If you have any further questions about snakes, I will be happy to answer, or even the Joseph Moore Museum or Orland College in general. I have a memory game that we can play with some of the snake species that we have at the museum, where they're from, what coloring, and all that. Because they can be a little tricky, I put a symbol at the bottom of the little card that can help you match them up. If you have changed your opinion on snakes, please go ahead and move your token to the appropriate Tupperware. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my friend Rothko back out. But before I do, I want to make sure that he is safe, I am safe, and you are safe. So we're going to use 2 fingers going down his body, and avoiding his head. Imagine if you had someone putting a hand in your face, you probably would jerk away, and you wouldn't like that very much. That's exactly with our snakes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull them out. If you have any further questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks, guys.